Welcome. You have reached review time with Imperial. Today's review would be Charm City, starring Jahai Diallo Winston and Meek Mill. Let's get into it. This movie originally was supposed to hit the theaters back in April of 2020, and I think if it would have hit the movie, it would have been a good splash. But I mean, of course, with the COVID, they didn't waste no time. I don't think it was originally supposed to come out on HBO Max. Because I remember seeing the previews that it was supposed to hit the theater. So they ain't waste no time. I guess they sold the rights to HBO Max and they put it out as an HBO Max original, executive produced by uh, uh, Jada Pickett Smith and Will Smith and James Lester. Let's get into it. So what it's about is about following a kid growing up in a inner city Baltimore, Maryland, and he had an older brother named Strom who was into bikes, and he was a little kid at the time, and then it just showed him watching the videos of his brother, and then him having a rest in peace shirt. So his brother passed away somehow. We don't find out that right away. And so now he's at the teenage spot, and biking is a real big thing everywhere, pretty much. But it's a main crew that his brother used to ride with, um, and he's looking up. He wants to ride with them too. So he saved his little money up. He got his own little 4-wheeler bike, and then he's going up. Got his friends. He got his friend Lamont and Swartaga Den, and they're growing up, kicking it, talking stuff like kids do, and he want to be impressionable with the girls on the bike, and he get out and they dare him to ride, and he get out and ride in front of everybody and crash, and he meets a girl named Nikki that she's there for the summer with her grandma. So they got the day to day, but these kids is growing up. Kids want to live older lifestyles and don't want to be a kid. So he got his little veterinary job, and it ain't doing it for him no more. You have a Detective Rivers ran a mentor program when he was like 10, and that was around about the time when his brother passed away, and the cop took heed to him. Very intelligent, into pets and stuff like that, and try to keep them on a straight and narrow while they in the city. Now the mom, she works hard. She's in school, so she can't keep track of him like that. Now he's been pegged with the task to watch his little sister, but his little sister is more like, he's 13, 14 now. His little sister more like 10, 11, somewhere around there. And so he pretty much pays his little sister off so that he could go run the streets with his boys, and she don't tell on him. And so that's how he's getting in the mix. He wants to ride bikes like his older brother did. And then in comes Meek Mill. Meek Mill was, name is Black, and he was the man. He did some jail time, came out. Now he's just trying to stay clean, and while he's trying to stay clean, he's basically running a garage where he fixed bikes and stuff like that. So Mouse's brother Strom used to run with Meek Mill, Black or whatever. So he used to run with him, and he took to Mouse because his older brother used to run with him. So the twist is Mouse doesn't know the full reason how his brother died, and what happened. Times got hard, and when times got hard, Strom came to Black, basically saying, "Hey, I need you to put me on. I need to make real money, not this little BS money that I'm making." And so he put Strom on, and one of the times that Strom went to make a run to make some money, the police raided the spot, and then Strom got killed in the process. So now the same thing is happening to Mouse. He's trying to get his little bike, but he want to make money, so he telling Black to put him on. Black like nah, because he's thinking about his brother. So it's another part of the crew that they want to get with that's willing to put him on. And so when they part of Black's crew, Black is on the straight and narrow, but his other part of the crew, they pretty much are they in the game. And so Mouse's other homies, Lamont and Chewinga, pretty much they get on and basically they running pickups for the crew to get money. And then Mouse pretty much like, I need money, so he joins them. So they making money, but they still want to make their own money and do their own thing. So they get the bright idea to say, let's rob the local grocery store or mom and pop grocery store. And so they ask the leader of the crew to get a gun, and you know that was going to be an epic fail. It reminds me of a segment out of the movie Juice, where they want to rob the local mom and pop store, take the gun, go rob the store. They ain't supposed to shoot nobody, and then somebody end up getting shot in the process. So this is the same scenario, straight out of the movie Juice. They take that same scenario. You know it's gonna go wrong. So Black is trying to tell Mouse, like, stay out of the game. You don't need to keep your nose clean. You don't need to get involved. Detective Rivers come to Black and pretty much like, yo man, you know this is a good kid. He don't need to be around guys like you. You know what you did with his brother. How you going to send him down the same rabbit trail? And so they, had a little back and forth, but Black pretty much felt like he was the reason that Strom got killed. So nevertheless, they went along with the robbery. In the process of them sticking up the store, the two owners in the store, one was at the cash register, the other one was in the back with a gun, came from the back and shot at them and killed Chewingo, and the other, Lamont and Mouse. They pretty much, was like shell shocked, like, oh, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here. So they got on their little bikes and they dipped and they left. Now they split up so that they won't get captured. So of course Mouse goes to Black at the garage, tells him what happened, and now the cops is coming there. So pretty much Black like, yo, he says, hey, listen, man, people like us, we don't get second chances. Basically, I'm going to give you one. So he took the rap that he was part of that robbery at the store, and the cops took him. And the cop, Detective Rivers, showed up, and he pretty much said to the cop, like, yeah, this is how you keep me far away from a kid like him. And so the cop pretty much went along with it and took Black in and let Mouse go, and then took Mouse home to his mom. And then his mom pretty much, she was upset when she found out that Mouse was out there dealing like the brother and stuff like that. So she kicked him out of the house. But when he came home that night and she seen everything on the news, she was happy to see him. They pretty much cried. Now Lamont, he was already always head hunting, like he was with it. So early in the movie, he was, when Mouse was riding a bike one time, he let some older kid ride a bike, and the older kid just left with the bike and kept it moving. So they went to go approach him, and so Black and his crew rolled up when the kid pulled a gun out on Mouse and Lamont. And so when they took the gun from him, Lamont took brick and bust the kid inside the head, beat him down. And so they knew he had a different type of heart. So at the end of the movie, when Mouse got his stuff together, he was back in veterinary working for the vet. He got off the bus. He seen his boy Lamont. Now his boy Lamont was still in the streets doing his thing on a bike. He by now it's a year later, so he got his chains on. He all jewed up, and then they had a little conversation. Lamont asked Mouse pretty much, "Do you still work? I mean, you still ride?" He was like, "Yeah, I do, but it's not the same. You know, I miss him." So they talking about how they miss their boy. And, you know, they dapped each other up, and just Mouse was just like, "Yo, be safe out there." And he was like, "You too." And that was pretty much it. End of the movie. So it was a decent film. By it being on HBO Max, everybody not on HBO Max yet, so it's another platform that people gotta pay for. All these streaming platforms, it's not all these streaming platforms is not good if you gotta pay for every one of them. They're gonna have to start doing bundle deals, but nevertheless, if you got HBO package, the HBO Max I believe comes free, depending on who's your cable carrier is. So you should look into it if you not familiar. Other than that, it was a decent film. Out of my 4-star rating system, I'm gonna give it 3 out of 4 stars. 3 out of 4 stars. It was exactly what it was for. Decent watch if you went to these type films, especially the whole bike population. Anybody that's into bikes and all that type stuff, they would have definitely if this would have hit the theaters, people would have they'd have been on it. The actor, the main actor, the young kid, Jahai Winston, he did an awesome job, man. I could pretty much see he gonna start being in a lot of more different films. This is like Meek Mill's second movie that he's been in. So Meek did solid as well. So salute to both, and salute to Jada and Will, uh, making giving people opportunities with these movies. They doing a lot that people really don't know what they part of, and they doing a lot giving people opportunity. So subscribe to the channel, like the video. Till next time.